Hi, I'm Robert, and welcome back to another edition of the High Deseret Ranch channel. Everyone's still asleep. It's about 5:45. I'm gonna invite you to come along and see just what it's like to be a day in the life of a rancher in central Utah, in the high desert of central Utah. So I'm gonna get my cup of Paro, and we'll head out and start the day. Hey, doggies. A little chilly morning in the 30s. I'm just gonna check the load, make sure it's good to go. So this morning I gotta head up and pick up some brewery grain. It's gonna be about a 2-hour drive one way. We'll load up at 2 different breweries and then come back down here and drop the grain off. But I also gotta make a few stops while I'm heading up into the big city. So I'm gonna check the load right now before we head out. Alright, so everything looks good. So we'll head out. Alright, so if all goes well, be able to load up and be heading out of there about 9 o'clock in the morning, heading back down south to my sweet home here in the mountains. And like I said, I've got to make a few stops. We've got hopefully a cow to brand today. A neighbor called. He found my lost red Angus from an earlier time. She got out with a whole bunch of other cows that I bought from a rancher who's getting out of the business. So I've actually got to stop and get some tags and a few things for that, hopefully to be able to brand. And then I also have to stop at the feed mill to place an order and also to pick up a few grains today as well. So yeah, so there's that. And so a lot of driving today, but then a lot of physical moving, because then we've got to offload the barrels that we get from the brewery. It's at a neighbor's place. We switch off every other week going to get the grains, and so when it's my day, I offload the grains at his place, and when it's his day, he offloads the grains at my place. So there's that, along with just the regular things that come up. And yeah, so it's always an exciting day. It's always a long day when we gotta do this grain run all the way up north into the big city. So I'm gonna stop and get some diesel fuel really quick. And I want to be a champion rancher, so I gotta feel like one too, not only in my truck but in my personal. Alright, so we're hitting the elevation coming here out of the valley, the summit, just under 6,500 feet. And we're now going to be going into one of the coldest parts here in the state. It's just a natural bowl. The valley floor is just over 6,000 feet here. And right now at the summit, we're at 36 degrees, so I'll be curious to see just what we're at here once we bottom out here in this valley. But it's always kind of fun to see just the temperature difference. is usually the low spot in the valley. Like I say, the valley floor is 6,000 feet. It's a natural bowl, so all the surrounding mountains, all that cold air just pours down into the valley, and right at the county line is kind of the drain, so to speak, for this valley shape, this bowl shaped valley, and it was 14 degrees. So yeah, never disappoints. That was a 20-degree difference from in town to there. There's a lot of nights, or mornings, excuse me, where, especially in the wintertime, it's not uncommon to have it below zero every single night. If they're really lucky here in this valley, you're right in the low single digits as far as overnight lows, but it's not uncommon to have it be 15, 20, 30 below zero every single night here in the winter here in this valley. Getting filled on up. All right. Everything's loaded up, so we'll get on out of here. Go to our next brewery. Alright, so I'm here at the second brewery. We do have a problem. It's this fleet vehicle, because I can normally pull around and go down that way. Truck's right there, I can pull in, and I can't back out. Once I get loaded down and then I try and back up, the crown of the road will, I'll dig in and it'll prevent me. So the owner of the brewery is going to check. I didn't know there's a coffee shop just right around the corner of the alley. See if anyone owns it. Hopefully they do. Someone's got to own it, obviously, and they're around here. So anyways, we'll figure that out and hopefully be able to get loaded up here. All right, so we found the owner and they're moving the car. Now I'm moving in for the unload. So I'm all loaded up, and now time to get out of Dodge and go to the feed mill, place my order, and then I actually got to get some ear tags for the cows. I'm completely out. So I gotta, luckily just down the road from the feed mill, it's hop, skip, and a jump is the farm store. I can grab some tags. So let's head south once again to the high country. So I'm here at the feed mill, gonna take an order, and if I can just give this one word advice, if you're trying to start out on a small farm, ranch, homestead, get to know your local feed mill. They're great guys. You're gonna save money hand over fist versus going to buy small sacks of grain at a local feed store or farm store. So get to know your mill. Like I say, they're a great asset. They can get you pretty good, decent pricing, especially if you're gonna buy in bulk like I do. So anyways, I'm gonna go and talk to the owner and see what we can work out. Alright, so I got load up at the feed mill, all that's taken care of. Got some grain on the trailer, and then got an order coming for the truck to come down to the ranch. So now I'm off to the farm store, the ag store, to get some of them cow tags, so we can tag that Red Angus heifer and have that all buttoned up. Alright, so they sell a tag gun, but they don't sell any of the tags, and the tags that they do have and the tag gun that they do sell, well, the tags that they sell aren't interchangeable with the tag that I have. So they've been out for weeks and whatever, so I had to just buy another tagger. So it is what it is. So gonna head away from this place right there, the feed store, farm store, and head back through the mountain pass to my sweet high desert home. So, and continue on with the rest of my day. So I'll take you along for the beautiful scenic drive. Alright, so I made the tightest turn on the journey here in the city, and it'll be nice to be on the open road and highway on my way to the mountain pass. But I love this time of year, fall. Just have the window down, feel that cool air, and hear that Cummins power. Alright, so now we're here back at the pig pens, getting things unloaded. I do some things back at the house. Getting the totes unloaded. Children are doing chores. We'll have a few folks come and get some feed, and then we'll unload all these barrels at a different location. Right in the barrel, fella. Alright, so we got that all taken care of. Got the beautiful, this is like a non-GMO grain, slightly pelletized. It's got some filled pea and milo, barley, and some white wheat in it. So there it is, and we'll continue on with chores. Alright, so we did chores. Children and I fed the cows, fed the pigs, got a whole bunch of grain unloaded, got it all dispersed, helped some folks out. They came and we helped them out with some things. So it took a little bit longer than I thought, but that's what happens sometimes. Things are going the way you think they're going, then other things come up. So got that taken care of. Now we are going to drop off some of this spent brewer's grain at the other my partner's house. So anyways, that's taking care of that. We got 31 barrels to drop off, so the boys and I were gonna unload and be done with that. Now we gotta unhook the trailer, and I think that will call it a day. And the children, they are asking, since they worked so hard today, if we can have a little special supper tonight at the pizza parlor in town. But we won't be dining in, we'll be getting it to go. most likely. So anyways, just a few more things to go before we're done with our day. Alright, so emptied all the barrels. Now I gotta go take the trailer back, unhook that. So let's go do that. While I employ manual child labor, I want to show you these longhorns over here. Those are longhorns for you right there. That's awesome. So, anyways, see how much progress the boys made on the trailer. See if they worked up the strength over all these weeks and months and years of chores. How's it going? Did Carlisle abandon you? Yeah, alright, I'll take over from here, buddy. My most favorite part of the day, getting diesel fuel. See what the damage is. Of course, I remember a time when we didn't have to worry about it maxing out at $100 and then you have to put the hose back on handle and then restart again and add more fuel. But that's the world we live in now, and I'm definitely gonna put in $100 worth. And then I'll put in another $25. So gotta love it. It's diesel ain't free, and us little guys, that's what we have to do, pay for all that. See, it's this kind of thing that folks think they're making a lot of money when they sell their pigs for $800-900, cows for $2,000, calf or whatever for $1,300. Well, then you got to pay the fuel bill and the fertilizer bill and the truck payment bill and maintenance. You blow a tire taking your animals to the sale barn, there's a couple $100 on just one tire. Tire goes out on the tractor. It's just, that's the reality of it. You'll probably see some of my videos where I talk about that. So there you go, $120 worth of diesel fuel in just one day. See, even though that spent brewer's grain is quote free to go pick it up, there's still a cost associated with it. Diesel fuel, maintenance on the truck, and most importantly your time. Got to factor that in too. So, and is it worth it or not? Things to consider, right? Alright, so before I finish out the night, we just had supper, a little pizza parlor with the children, brought it home. That was nice. I've got to go check on the cows because it's been a couple days, but more specifically, I'm a little worried. Last time I went through there a couple days ago, both the gates were left open. So I don't know who it was, trespassers, hunters, trespassers, I don't know. But that just makes you nervous because when you get that feeling, you got to listen to that feeling. So let's head out there, check on the cows. Things are getting chilly, and then I will be able to call it a day. so that's an encouraging sign that the gate is closed. So I'm still going to check on the cows, or trying to check on them with my bright flashlight, and go from there. And hopefully they'll be good for the next little bit. And anyways, yeah, head on through the east gate and head on back home. The thing about being out here, it is pitch dark. It's almost kind of creepy because there's no one around for at least a mile. So yeah, it's kind of psych yourself out when it comes to this kind of thing. Anyways, there's a story that I want to tell you about, but just thinking about it kind of creeps me out. I'll be honest. Being out there by myself, because I was actually out here by myself when it happened. You know, it is after Halloween and all, but so maybe I will tell you, but I'll wait till I'm in the truck. Get this gate locked back up. It's nice because it was done the way that I did it, so no one's messed with the gate. It is a lot colder out here too. It's always a good 15 to 20 degrees colder out here than back at the house, just right next to the river bottoms, and yeah, it's cold. So let's see if we can't see some of them cows out here. Doing nothing. If I had to venture a guess, I would think that they would be over there in the trees, bedded down for the night, but I could be wrong. I haven't been out here enough at night since I moved them to see where they bed down for the night. There's their beady, glowy eyes. Hanging out over here. Right next to the road. Alright. As I don't run this one over. You're alright, girl. You're alright. It's okay, girls. It's okay. I must think I have feet for him or something. Huh. Sorry, ladies. No feed tonight. No feed tonight. They act like they're starving down here. No feed, ladies. No feed tonight. I'm just checking up on you. Making sure you're doing okay. I think I'm gonna drop off some feed for him. No, no feed tonight. Alright, all are present and accounted for. I did a head count. They normally run away from me, but it's like, I don't know, maybe at nighttime they think that because last time, a few weeks ago, I gave them food at nighttime. I don't know. But they've got plenty of feed down here for a while, so they'll be fine. The cows are greedy like that. They'll take what they can get. Which, can you blame them? Not really. So, but anyways, I am freezing, so I'm going to get home and, yeah, call it a night. Maybe I'll tell you that story once I get back on Moodle. I'll be curious to see if these cows follow me. Hope not. Yeah. Cows can be like that, though. They can be unpredictable. Alright, so I'll leave you with this story and then I'll sign off for the night because I am tired. It is after 8:30. So as you can tell, from 5:30 to 8:30, it's been a long day, but this is how the days go a lot of the times. So I was down here at this property, and it's been our family for 5 generations. And when the pioneers originally came to this valley, they settled down here, down by what they all termed the bottoms, the river bottoms. There's good feed. It was easily defendable from the hostile Indians, and there was natural springs, and so that meant there was good drinking water right at the surface. So anyway, so the founding families came, and then they eventually settled the towns around here. But one of the things that happened, and I didn't know this, I was actually doing some work, and it was just after sunset, and so it wasn't super dark yet. It was summertime, and I heard some laughter. Or what I thought was laughter. I just heard voices, and I couldn't quite tell where it was coming from, but I could still see that there's no one around it as far as I could tell. And then as I went about my work, I heard a woman's voice again, even closer, and that's when I finally called out, like, hello, can I help you? But I was done with my work, and I thought that's kind of weird too, because again, I looked around, couldn't see anybody. So I get back, I stopped by my folks' place. My uncle was there, and he said, oh, so did you run into the lady looking for a child? And I kind of stopped, and he had no idea where I was at, and I was like, as a matter of fact, I was just out at the property here at the river bottoms, and I heard a lady's voice, but I couldn't see anybody, and I couldn't hear, and that's when I was like, oh, you got to run in with the lady. Sorry. That lost her child. Sorry. Sheesh. Alright. You've had a lady who, way back when, like 120 years ago, there used to be an old open ditch. They've now since put it into a pipeline. But yeah, her boy was there, and he drowned. And she just couldn't live with herself, and she never got over it. So to this day, folks just know that, and I didn't know this story, I just never told this, that yeah, that there's this lady, she goes looking for her child, her boy, along this section of the river, and the river runs really close to where this open ditch used to be. So anyways, a little crazy. Yeah, they say, yeah, don't go playing in the river. You'll get scalded by the old lady looking for her boy. So, anyways, take it for what you will. But you know, my hand to the square, I did hear something. I didn't see anything, but I definitely heard something. That was twice. There was no one around. Like I say, no one for a mile. And anyways, that's kind of my little story. That it is what it is sometimes when you're just out working by yourself. A lot of interesting things can happen. So I'm gonna head back to the house, guys, and I'm gonna sign off here. But I hope that you enjoyed today, that through the good and the bad, and the mundane, and maybe the exciting, I don't know. But that's life for a rancher here in the high desert of central Utah at over 6,000 feet. And I hope that you'll please join me on the next time, and especially now as winter is approaching, because once it settles in here in the high desert, it's here to stay. And so I hope that I was your ticket to help escape the ordinary and find out just what it's like to live a high life here in the high desert of the Intermountain West, only on the High Deseret Ranch channel.